Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Selma.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are giving our first impressions of Unfathomable.
Yes, one of the hardest to pronounce names that doesn't start with T that's been made in a while.
Yes.
This is FFG's new revised version of the old, not Fantasy Flight game, the old Battlestar Galactica game. Which is a game we had heard about for forever. Like, we have friends who have played it, but it was before we started playing games, and it was one of those kind of games that when we started out, like hidden traitors co-op games wasn't like the thing we looked at the most.
Yes.
So if you don't know anything about the game, Unfathomable is a hidden traitor or traitors game for 3 to 6 players. You can play with 3 players. I don't know why you would. You can play 3 to 6 players. It is basically a kind of straightforward cooperative game. You are on your turn going to move around, you're going to do actions, and then you're going to read an event card which says something horrible that happens. You might be able to do it. You might have to do a skill check, or some of these specific players like the captain or the keeper of the tome or maybe even the active player gets to choose what happens. And most of the time those are negative things. You're trying to make the less of 2 evils happen. And you are on a ship that's on the way to Boston, Massachusetts, where everything happens in the Arkham Horror lore. So you're on your way there to probably be eaten by Cthulhu or something. But on the way there, then the deep ones are coming. Not the old ones, but the deep ones are coming and trying to kill you. So there's Father Dagon and Mother Hydra and all the small little deep ones coming to crawling up in your ship and trying to destroy everything and stop the ship from arriving at its destination in Boston.
Yes.
But wait, there's a traitor. One or more of you have been put something inside of you so that you end up almost becoming a deep one.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be loyal. You're trying to, in the skill checks where you add cards with different symbols, you're trying to add the wrong cards, but not too much and not too obvious so that you will be understood and people will put you in jail all the time and you don't want to be there. Break what?
The brig.
The brig. Oh yeah, so like break. You're like break. You're breaking something.
We're taking a break now.
And the end of the game is going to be either one when the ship arrives at Boston, or it's going to be won by somebody else, like the horrible cultist. The cultist as well, but we didn't play with the cultist. This is a very good description of the game, but just
I think you're doing fine.
It's a bit rambling like it usually is on this channel because it's called Board Gaming Ramblings.
Yes, you can go empty yourself of rations and resources.
Yes.
And you can go insane, basically. And
there's not a single FFG game about Cthulhu or Cthulhu-related stuff where you can't go insane.
Yes, that is the way it should be.
Yes.
So then the traitors has won the game. Yeah.
So we have played only the game one time, and the reason we're doing this as a first impression is because this is a game where you need to be more than 3 people, and it's still kind of hard for us to gather a concise or a group of people for more than 3 players. Like 2 or 3 players, 2 players are easy. 3 players is usually okay. When you go to 4, it's getting even harder. When you get to 5, it's almost impossible. So sadly, we only got to play it with 4.
Yes.
We heard that it's even better with 5, but so you know, this is a review copy. We have only played once with 4 players, so it's first impressions based on that. Yeah. One good thing, though, is that both of the people we played with had played Battlestar Galactica before. One of them didn't remember a lot, but the other player had played a lot and could tell us kind of like how much of a difference there was. So, but don't watch this video to find out like the huge differences, because we can only tell you a couple of things that the other players told us. So talk a bit about what you like and don't like about this game.
I like the theme in this game. We have watched Battlestar Galactica, and I think the gameplay fits that theme also very nicely in what I know from that universe. But I think it also fits this theme also nicely. I'm not very good at being like this hidden traitor. And I wasn't.
No.
That made me very happy, but I was stressed the entire time because that is how my brain works. But overall, I had a very fun time playing this game. I liked the balance of going off fighting the deep ones, trying to actually protect the ship, and also doing the actions on the card, but also having those cards for doing the skill checks, but also trying to figure out who's the traitor, which is very hard when everybody's contributing and being nice. And you could lose this game without a traitor, because it's
a co-op game.
It's hard to have all the resources and not die.
Yes. So this is a weird one, because if you have seen some recent videos or videos where we talk about co-op games isn't really my jam. And this is in its core a pretty straightforward co-op game.
It is.
Like if you took away the traitor, it would still be a kind of okay co-op game. Like it would still be the puzzle of trying to actually keep yourself alive, and adding that traitor or traitors, you're gonna add someone trying to work against that. And for me, that makes the game good, because you have that, you're trying to work together, but you're also trying to prove that you're not the traitor, even though you are, and you're trying to think, okay, so early in our game there was something happened that told us that there was a traitor.
Yeah, because we could have played the first half of the game without there being a traitor, and then we've got like more like role cards in the middle of the game, and then you could suddenly become a traitor if nobody was before, but we've gotten some hints that there were a traitor in our midst from the start.
One time, and then just nothing. So that ended up with everybody being, and that was actually a pretty okay play from the traitor, because it ended up with everybody being kind of unsure about everyone.
Yeah.
Even though nobody actually did that much of horrible things.
No, it didn't do any damage. It just like told us, oh, they might be. There's pretty sure that is a traitor here.
If somebody didn't, like, we were going to the point where like, did somebody misunderstand the rule? Or and you were like, did you actually put in a traitor towards the end of the game? Because we were so unsure.
Yes.
Because you can play this game either as like a hidden traitor, and then you can, if you feel like you're getting to the point where you might win, or if you're getting to a point where people might think you are a traitor, you can reveal yourself as a traitor, and you get some positive and of course negative differentiations in how you play the game because of that.
Absolutely.
We didn't get to experience that because the traitor was super hidden until the very last turn, and it was actually a super epic ending to the game. And this is going to say something about the game. We played the game, I think it took us like 2.5 hours, and the game was down to a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
And most of the time I would say that is a horrible way to end the game, or that is like, but that was so fun, because it was my turn and we had just understood 100% that the player to my left was the traitor, and I was okay. I have one idea, we can do this. There's a die that I roll. It's a 6-sided die.
No, 8.
No, it's an 8-sided die. So there's a
1 8 chance.
There was 1 in 8 chance that we would lose. I had to roll a 1
to lose. Rest will be fine.
And we were just like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Rolling 1, and the table just exploded. And we exploded and laughed. It was one of the best ways to win. Like, it was a super silent traitor.
We lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
A win for the traitor. So I can see myself having. I really want to play this more, because I had a lot of fun, and that is high praise coming from me when it was a kind of pure co-op game. One thing, couple of times when we ending up taking too long to discuss something, I kind of zone out, which is the problem for me in co-op games. I kind of end up not caring too much. Let's just do something and keep it going. But I had a lot of fun playing this game.
Yeah, and in this game as well, because some co-op games you can try to avoid that alpha player or everyone discussing everything, the tendency. But in this game, it's kind of vital that you discuss a little bit.
Yes.
Because that says a lot about the player's motivation, and also if I know the most clever way to do something, and I'm telling you that, and you choose to do something else, that will give me some clue that you might have a traitor.
Traitor. And also it's kind of good that way as well, because you can't. If you're in the beginning, especially, you might end up like if the traitor starts being the alpha player, that would also be like hard. So you have to really think about who you believe, who you think it's the traitor. Of course, if you play 5 players, which we didn't get to do, you're gonna have 2 traitors throughout the game. There might be 1 or 0 in the beginning, and then 1 or 2, and you're gonna end up then having somebody on your team, even though you don't know who it is.
Yes.
So it's gonna be quite a different dynamic in the game. But I think the game was really fun at 4. I don't see how it would be fun at 3.
I don't know. I thought it was cool. Like, I'm talking about something else now.
Okay, yeah.
I tried to jump on what you were talking about, but I was thinking about something else.
Yeah, just
you
go
can
ahead.
also, because we played with a traitor, but you can also play with like a traitor that is a cultist, a different kind of traitor, and that sounds really cool as well. We didn't play with that, but that means that you only win if the team loses like on the last bit of the voyage, like at the very end, and that means that you have to play nice in the beginning, and then you're gonna hit them hard.
You have to bomb it at the
Yes,
end. Yeah.
and that also sounds really cool.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it's interesting. Change up the game a bit, and of course you have different roles with different abilities,
Yes.
different special abilities. You can then get items that give you special abilities as well. All of the like normal co-op stuff. I really enjoyed the. You did either play as a captain, so I had a couple of like extra tasks that I had to do. So every time there's a track of a travel track, so every time that comes to the end, I would draw 2 cards, look at them, and choose which one to do. So then again, if I was the trader, I could then choose really horrible cards and say that there wasn't any better choice.
Yeah, we had a chance to change the captain, but then we believed you actually were on our team, and you were. So that was good for us.
Did you feel like, because I felt that added like a bit to my gameplay, did you feel like you missed being one of the roles?
No, not at all actually. I because the other person that was not a traitor was the keeper of the tome, and he did some spells and stuff. I didn't.
Spells and stuff.
Spells and stuff. I didn't feel like I was missing on any of that, but I always had the feeling that I hope you're not a traitor, because if I had the control myself, I would know that I did the best for the group, and I don't know that now. And as one of our friends said when we played, because of that delayed sharing of the different loyalty cards, you kind of have to do. Also, as a good guy, you have to do what's best for yourself.
Yeah.
So that if you're suddenly revealed as not revealed, but dealt the traitor card, you can easily turn around and then begin to sabotage the group. I also think it's really cool because you have a different set of the cards. A type of cards that you can have and play, and that's also because if we're doing a check and there's suddenly played a symbol that will add negatively to the check and we think it's a traitor, that means that you can easily exclude some of the players
because you're adding chaos cards as well, so always going to be 2 cards you don't know what it is.
If there's a lot of that type of cards, you know that the traitor must be her or him, because they are the only ones with these kind of cards available. I like that. I really enjoy that.
Absolutely. There's many positive ways, and it seems like you actually enjoy this game.
I did. I did enjoy myself, but this is a game that takes some mindset to play for me, and this is a me problem and not a game problem.
Absolutely.
I was stressing out the entire game, and I was a good guy.
Yeah,
I would have been stressed like insanely if I was the bad guy. So
sweating.
This is not a game that I will play a lot.
No, but it's not a game I think, but it's a game I really want to play again.
And if I'm first playing that is weird because I really enjoy One Night Ultimate Werewolf, but
2 completely different games. One takes 5 minutes, one takes 3 hours.
Because if I'm first playing a game with a traitor, I would like it to be some gameplay that I can manipulate and interact with, not just me saying things and you should believe me because of that. And that is why I also like benefit One Night Ultimate Werewolf over, for example, Resistance, because then I can manipulate something and things happen. That is not just you saying things and I'm saying things.
It's not about acting the best.
Yes.
It's about showing me your actions as well, what are happening.
Yeah.
So you are interested in playing this again?
Yes.
No, but you can be honest.
With some, I don't know. If we did like a night with 6 players trying to do this, I would be up for it.
Yep.
But not too often, please. Because
No. But it's like an event game. Like it's one of those where you can play once or twice a year, or maybe for us once every second year, something like that. But it's one I really want to play again.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. Like an initial rating would be like a 7.5. It's a co-op game, so it's kind of high for me.
Yeah.
Do you have like an initial rating?
No, I really don't.
No, that's fine.
But I got a good
like
first
a party
impression
popper
of it.
or a fun cannon or like a fun gun.
No, it's like
Fun gun. That's nothing. It's nothing. Fun gun.
It's like 2 party poppers, I would say, and it's a really stressed out person pulling the party poppers.
Yeah, we said that we were going to tell you about a couple of differences.
Yes.
And I think the best way to do that is to go and read people who actually know the differences. I heard that most of the game from the players we played with are the same.
Yeah.
The way that the Mother Hydra and Father Dagon works is kind of different.
Yeah.
And the way like the ship is moving and people are moving backwards and all that was different, they said.
Yes.
So and some of the stuff here is from like the expansions to Battlestar Galactica. So there's like, this is a package of the best, I don't know, from Battlestar Galactica. Added a couple of new nuances, but most of it is going to be quite similar.
Yes.
So that's the end.
Yeah, I hope so. You got something out of
Absolutely.
our first impression, and that is the end of the video.
I think this is going to be a great game for very many people. If you
yeah.
enjoy co-ops and you like having that uncertainty about who you might trust, I think you will like this game quite a bit.
You will enjoy the lot out of you.
Enjoy the lot of you with 2 party poppers.
Yes.
And that's the end. If you are still here and you have not subscribed, please do so now by clicking
the subscribe button.
You can also go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there if you want to. And that's the end of the video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.